So hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial in coding compass. Today we are going to learn about the data types in Python part 2. This would be a practical session, not a PPT session. So let's create a new file with the name tutorial 2 and we can name it data type .py. Now let's start with literals in Python. So literal is a constant value that is stored into a variable in a program. So just observe the statement right here. A equal to 15. Right. Here A is the variable to which the constant 15 is stored. Hence the value 15 is called literal. Since 15 indicates integer value, it is called integer literal. There are different types of literals: numeric literals, boolean literals and string literals. I'll just come back to them in the later part of the video. Right now for literals we can just see them by clicking on here, and it just shows a literal 15 in the second half. So it shows that the 15 is a literal. So now let's start. So guys, first let me start it. The data types, there are many different types of data types. Now let's start with the numerical data types, which we will learn it right now. So the numeric data type represents numbers. There are three subtypes: integers, floats, and one second guys, I'll just type it: integer, float and complex numbers. Let me just comment this out so there won't be much error. Now let's start with the integer. The integer can be represented as int. Integer data type represents an integer number. Integer number is a number without any decimal point or a fraction part. For example, numbers like 200, minus 50, then 0, and some random number like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is a integer. Now you may ask, how is it called integer? Now just see here guys. Let us assign the value a to it. A equal to. If you don't understand what is the use of this a right here, just visit my previous video. There is a link to my playlist in the description, so just view there. Now here, if you just don't need to click or do anything, just keep your mouse pointer over the variable a. It will say that variable a literal. Right, this is a numerical. These are the three different types of numerical values: integer, float and complex. Right. Now you may ask, how can you call this a integer? There is a function to check what type data type is. It is called type. You can just type and put a open bracket. All should be in small letters and write the variable right here. Or you can just do here like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You just write it here. But if nothing remarkable happens, because the Python just understands itself the type of a, but we didn't say to print it right. So let's just print it using a print statement. Now if we play it, see, it just gives class int. Now I will give you a small intro. Right here, int is used to represent integers, and float is used to represent float, and complex is used to represent complex numbers. Okay guys, this is a small intro, nothing much. And any number without a decimal part is integer. Now what is a float? As you have properly guessed it, float is a data type that represents floating point numbers. A floating point number is a number that contains a decimal point. For example, here let me just take the a as the variable name. like 0.5 minus 3.14159. If some mathematicians are watching this video, they probably know that this is a value of pi, except this negative. Yeah, now this is the value of pi. Now let's say we want to write a program to print the value of pi. Print pi, that means like I just name it pi itself, so it won't be a bit confusion, right? Print pi, and again like print 1, and again print pi. Now here guys, if we don't have the variable right here, then we should type again and again type pi equal to 3.14159, pi equal to 3.14159, like this again and again type. This is a small case. Just imagine you want to get the input from the user and you want to print the input. How many times can you get the input again and again, right? It seems logical. You can't ask the player's name, like in the game we are asking a player name, right? We can't ask it again and again 100,000 times, as you probably understood. Now yeah, these are called floats. Here the name pi, is called the float type variable, since it's storing the floating point value. The floating point numbers can also be written in scientific notations, where we use e or capital E, small e or capital E, to represent the power of 10. Here the small e or capital E represents exponentiation. For example, the number 2.5, you must write it right here, just comment it, okay? 2.5 into 10 power 4. I can't write powers in my keyboard, so just an error in my keyboard, some problem in my keyboard, so I can't write powers. So I can just understand, right? 10 power 4. 2.5 into 10 power 4 can be represented as first. Let me just show you a basic thing. The value of float 2.55. 1 second guys, I'll just type it. 2.55 into, this is the 2.55 e and 3, yeah, 2.55. Yeah. Now what do you think this 2.55 e3 is? Here the value, float value 2.55 into 10 power 3 is stored in the variable pi. We can just change the variable name to x, guys, so it will be okay. The type of the variable x will be initially taken as the float type. This convenience in scientific notation is that it's possible to represent very big numbers using very less memory. Now guys, I think most probably you have run the program and got an error, right? Because the pi, yeah, and yeah. Now if we put x, it won't print 2.5 into 10 power 4 or anything like that. It'll just print some random thing like 225, because I have entered the variable here wrongly, so that you can guess it, right? For this you can just write 2.5 instead of into 10, we can just write e4. This is the representation of 2.5 into 10 power 4. If you play it, yeah, 2.5 and see 1 2 3 4 zeros. Yeah, so it's a value of 2.5 into 10 power 4. So this is how we can represent complex float numbers in float. Now let's come to the complex data type itself. As the name suggests, it's not that much complex, guys. Just don't confuse it. I'll just finish it on how is it, and yeah, I'll just teach about it. A complex number is a number that is written in the form a plus bj or a plus b capital J, small j capital J. Here a represents the real part of the number and b represents the imaginary part of the number. The suffix small j or capital J after the b indicates the square root of value -1. The parts a and b may contain integers or floats. For example, let me just take a equal to, or we can just write from so complex, we can just say c1 is equal to like 3 plus 5j. Now what do you think this is? Yeah, if you just play it, nothing will happen because I didn't print it. Now instead of printing, you just say it just shows complex. Just say just print it c1. See, just print as it is. So do you say the complex numbers are a bit of useless in Python? Most probably yes, guys. These complex numbers are not used in our level, I mean in the basic level. It may be used in advanced level. I just don't know about them. I'm just like a one program who learns Python basically, but I don't know about the higher advanced or where these can be used. I just can't imagine them. So yeah, here the complex number 3 plus 5j is assigned to the variable c1. Hence Python interpreter takes the data type of the variable c1 as complex type. We will write a Python program that adds two complex numbers and displays a sum. We can just take c1 equal to this and c2 equal to like 5 plus 3j and print c1 plus c2. I think if you don't understand what is this plus, this is called addition operator. This adds the values on left hand side to the right hand side. I just teach about them in the separate video. It won't be separate video, it will be like some 3 to 4 videos about operators. And I just print 8 plus 8 joules, 8 plus 8j, which means 5 plus 3 equal to 8 as it is, and again 5 plus 3 equal to 8. So these are the complex data type in Python. Now we can convert one data type into another data type in Python. Python gives access to those features. We can just clear this, and yeah, here a equal to 15, this is an integer, right? Now we can even write a equal to 15.0. Now this will be considered as a float, c float, and just 15 it will be integer. Integers, they are saying like literals in this VS Code. And yeah, we can just write the function type of, I just printed the hello lot 0, type of a. It will show integer. A second, guys. Yeah, I just didn't print it. And yeah, it just gives class int. But instead of this type of a, we can just print a bracket, and outside of the bracket we can just write something as float. I think I have given the short things, right? We can just write integers as int and float as just same float, and complex as the same complex. I think I have said this in this video itself. And yeah, now it will print its class float. And yeah, this is how we can change data types in Python. So guys, I think this has been a long video, but sorry guys, I just want to add another type of variable like data type in Python. Let me just cancel this all out. Right, now there are another type of data called bytes in Python. The byte data type represents a group of byte numbers, just like a array does, which I will teach in the future videos. A byte number is any positive integer from 0 to 255. Only 0 to 255. It won't include negative numbers. Byte array can store numbers in the range from 0 to 255, and it cannot even store negative numbers. We can write it like byte is equal to and put a square brackets, guys. square brackets. You can just write some 0, 1, 2, 3 and 244 and 254, then 255, and we print it, it will come. Yes, so just to print, and I can just do type of byte, and yeah, it shows list here, guys. It shows list because actually this is a list. We should convert it to byte, and this is just as it is. We can use the byte and we can just convert it to byte. And if I play it, yeah, it should write bytes. I just forgot it. Single yes. Yes, guys, these things can make a big issue. No bracket is necessary, right? Guys, I just found the issue, guys. I should put a bracket right here, and yeah, now it should be free to go. So just play it. It just do class bytes, but instead of 255, if I put 256, it shows error that it can't convert to byte. See, so this is what caused the error, guys. In these bytes cannot be modified, but there's another type of data type called byte array. What's the data type? Byte array. Instead of s, you can just put array, and these can be changed. I'll show you how to change them in a video where I'll discuss about dealing with arrays in Python. So yeah, these are the byte array data type. The main difference between byte and byte array is bytes can be modified and byte array cannot be modified. So guys, I think the video has become so long, so thank you for watching, guys. Let's see in another tutorial in coding compass. So thank you guys for watching the video. F2